streaming. Let's see. No, it's here.
All right, let me know when it's up, and I'll just search for Mark's Game Room Live and hope that brings it up.
We all saw it.
Well, we'll see. I feel like I've done this once.
I see you on YouTube.
Okay.
Oh my! Now how do we find it?
Search for Mark's Game Room Live.
We gotta find our own live.
Okay.
Oh my.
Oh no!
We got audio.
Oh, Mark's Game Room. Patton leads the way.
Please cut it.
I'm putting it up.
Oh no!
I see. Yes, I'm muting this laptop.
Nice.
So we just have moderation helps everyone feel safe.
I feel
Can you
very
see the
safe.
chat?
I can moderate it too, which is good.
Nice. Start
All right.
kicking everybody.
It's us.
Nice.
Hello, Mark's Game Room.
Have we been joined
so
by anybody?
Mark is typing that, I assume.
Yeah, I can actually see the chat
Alright.
in the switcher.
Yeah, can I see the number of people who are participants?
This is when I should wear my
So
glasses.
there's just Mark's Game Room now, so no one's actually watching yet.
666.
So we can
All right, let's
take
all,
it
get all the
in.
curse words out.
Yeah.
Get all the racial slurs.
That's right.
Wait, I got a notification on my phone that we are
Nice.
live.
I probably
Yep,
did
yep.
too. I'll check.
Hey, we already have a viewer.
We have a
We
viewer.
have Rob and Rose Hobden. Hello.
Welcome,
They say
Rob and
hi,
Rose
looking
Hobden.
forward to seeing the game.
Nice.
And Grandpa Taters. Oh, we got some viewers already.
Nice.
Welcome, everyone.
Welcome. Welcome to Mark's Game Room.
Yeah, tell us our usual Thursday night game.
Yeah, so this is essentially our usual Thursday night game. In fact, we tried this scenario out last week. So we're just kind of bringing you into Mark's Game Room here.
Yeah, and it's our first live stream. So welcome everyone to the very first inaugural Mark's Game Room Thursday night live stream.
Yeah.
All right, I'm Ben, and this is Matt.
I am Matt. That's right.
All right, why don't
Tell some
you
lies.
tell our viewers about the scenario we're playing today?
Yeah, so we are in World War I, and what we are is this is in the Meuse-Argonne offensive. We have American troops advancing on German positions in Meuse-Argonne, and who would later be General George S. Patton, now Colonel Patton, an armored commander, a battalion commander, is leading his tanks into a German trench, and his tanks sort of outpace him. So he's diving off to go deal with some tanks that got stuck, and the rest of his tanks move on without him. Classic. And in the meantime, he finds a very large number of American infantrymen who are kind of cowering in their positions because they're under fire by Germans here. So what he decides to do is, like any good colonel, he goes and yells at all of them and tries to kick them into action and get them moving. So he is scrambling around with all these American infantrymen, trying to get them to assault the trench with his armor that is rapidly outpacing him.
Why don't you point out the Patton figure?
Oh my god, this is Patton right here. He's got his nice little 1911, looks like. No, he's got a revolver, and he's ready to shoot some Germans. Isn't that right, Ben?
Yep, hopefully he kills more Germans than Americans today.
Ugh. That's right. In the real event, it sounds like, I didn't read up too much on it, but Marx tells me that he killed an American infantryman with a shovel to
get a
encourage
tank
the others.
moving.
Get a
The
tank
tank's
moving.
got to move.
That's right. And I guess the shovel's what he had to hand.
And World War I, little cultural differences. It was, blew over, I guess.
I guess that was fine.
He got in much more trouble for slapping a soldier in Sicily later.
That's right. In a hospital, admittedly.
Yes.
Not a combat situation.
Granted. That may be a fair distinction.
Yeah. It's a rough day when your colonel is running around with a shovel beating people to death.
Well, Patton really wanted to get stuff done.
He did, and he thought he was a Carthaginian. All right.
What rules are we going to use?
So today we are using 1 Hour Skirmish Wargames,
There you go. Not sure if you can read that, but we'll read it for you. It is 1 Hour Skirmish Wargames, as I
which
said.
we've only slightly modified.
Yep. We've had this on the channel before. We've introduced a couple house rules, but the rules are dead simple. A lot of the actions you'll take when you're shooting at someone, one side draws a card, the other side draws another card, higher card wins. And there's a little more subtlety to it than that, but not much, honestly. This is a very, very simple war game as things go. We'll just explain things as we go. We're not going to give you a whole how to play in the stream here. We'll just jump in, but we'll keep the mechanics obvious to everyone as much as we can. And feel free to ask us any questions in the chat. We're monitoring it here, and we'll answer whatever you've got.
Heck yeah. I would also just add, in terms of where this war game kind of falls, it feels like a really good introductory war game.
Agreed.
It's like very
Agreed.
simple, easy to teach kids, people who aren't war gamers, whoever you want.
Yeah, Mark's kid Charlie and a
Miles.
friend Miles were playing this a bunch, and they absolutely love this scenario.
Absolutely.
They jumped into it. Okay.
All right.
All right. So let's see. So in this scenario, the Americans just go first.
Yes,
Later on,
always.
we'll card off for initiative.
That's
Draw
right.
for initiative.
Draw for initiative. Card off.
Card off.
So I'm by the fun switcheroo other camera that has all the cards, so I will draw for both sides. So we'll start with our initiative number, our number of activations that I get, which is 8. And for this particular scenario, we have a little bit of a weirdness, which is that the tanks will always...
scenario rule.
A scenario-specific rule is that the tanks will always activate no matter what card you draw, but what they do will vary based on the color, as in the suit, of the card that you've drawn. And I totally have forgotten, is red the one where they shoot or move?
Red, sadly, is the one where they shoot, so you're going to open some shooting on.
Great for me. So the very first thing that happens is we resolve whatever the tanks do, which in this case is shooting. If they move, they would just keep plowing on forward because they're getting away from Patton.
Max Miniatures wants to know what scale and miniature.
Yeah, so we do
Great
have a
question.
question. We have Max Miniatures asking what scale and minis are we using?
So they're 28 millimeter.
These are 28 millimeter miniatures.
God's best scale.
Yes.
God's only scale.
Are Great War. I got them from Brigade Games.
Are they all Great War?
Yes.
I've recognized the Germans. They're really nice.
All right, so these are Great War miniatures from Brigade Games.
Yeah. The
Excellent.
tanks, I forget where I got the tanks from.
Okay, and the tanks are a little bit off scale, I think. They're close.
They're very slightly too small.
Yeah.
But they're not 3D prints from what I can tell. So I think they're metal. No, they're light plastic. It says on the bottom, they're Trenchworks 2014.
Okay, there you go.
There you go.
There you go.
Gotta love looking at the miniature. All right. And they're very beautifully painted by Mark.
There.
Sometimes with contrast and washes. All right. So we've started with shooting. So the very first thing that's going to happen is my tanks are going to light you up.
Okay.
So the first tank is going to fire twice at your machine gun, which
Okay.
it happens to be the closest target. So the first draw is a 10 of clubs.
So when he shoots and basically draws a card. He gets a 10 here. Our guy has to draw either a higher card or, because we are in hardcover, we have a house rule here. Normally in the system you would draw several cards for being in cover. We instead have the suit determine if a shot misses. So as all the Germans are in hardcover in the trench, any black card will successfully defend against the shot. So when we draw the German card here, I want either a black card or any card higher than a 10.
And we did that because the original system is that you draw more cards for being a better cover, but since the end turn system is based on drawing a specific card and it makes you draw it a lot faster, it didn't feel quite right.
Yeah,
So
once you
we've
draw a
altered it.
joker from either deck, the turn is over.
That's right.
All right,
So,
so what's my
your
blocking
defense
card?
is... Oh, you've actually been hit.
Okay, that is
A 7.
unfortunate.
Ooh, so it's a
Alright.
red 7, not the right color,
I'm
and
gonna get a
lower.
little casualty marker here.
Let's
But you
mark
can
our
do your
first.
second shot. I assume you're shooting at the machine gun.
I sure will. And this is one of those games where we don't actually know if this guy is dead yet until the end turn. So he's been hit, but we don't know if it got him or not.
Yeah.
Next is a lowly 5.
Okay.
And you've drawn a queen, so
Okay.
you're so fine.
All right, so no effect from that second shot. So
No
that
effect.
tank is done.
Now the second tank will do the same thing.
Okay,
Still the
go ahead.
closest target.
Hosing down my machine gun.
Hose him down.
First shot.
Not great. A
Good.
2.
Good. We
And
like
your
twos.
defense more than blocks it.
We are fine.
Second shot.
Okay.
Queen. A lot
That's
better.
unfortunate. I'm hoping for that black card to stop. Yes!
You got it.
Hard cover.
And a 6 I would have gotten you if you weren't in the cover.
All right, so
All
the
right.
effect of the tank shooting has resulted in 1 casualty on the German machine gun nest, but we've still got 1 person manning it, and we can still fire when we need to.
Enough to light me up. So
Yes.
we're going to get moving now. So the other rule here is that because Patton is trying to kick everyone into gear, the only activation that can be taken for the infantry is when Patton is within 12 inches of them. So I got to kind of pick where Patton's going to be.
I forget, did we take, do those tank actions still count off your total number of actions?
They do
or-
not.
Okay.
They're the automatic.
All right, so
first
now
two
you have
things.
8 infantry actions to take.
That's right.
Okay.
So he's within 12 inches of all of this group and a good amount of this group. So we'll start with them. So we're going to start moving. I get 8 of them, and we're going to start moving them 6 inches. It costs 1 activation to move a model 6 inches.
Yep.
And then it gets exponentially more expensive
Over
if you
the
want to
top!
move them more. Over the top, boys!
Oh, wait.
Whoop. 4,
Get moving or I'll beat you with my shovel!
5, 6, 7. And you know he'll do it.
Now, for this scenario, since Patton was personally rallying these troops, they're all hunkered down and afraid to move forward. Patton has to be within 12 inches of an American soldier model for them to move forward. So the guys way down here, close to Matt, they cannot move unless Patton moves down to kick their ass and get them moving.
It'll be a while. All right. Well, with that, I've advanced 8 separate infantry models, 6 inches each, and that ends my turn. So we're going to pass over to your turn, and I will draw
I'm
your...
going to read some comments here real quick.
Oh, please.
Let's see.
Great time.
We got people saying hi. That's good. What scale? Have a bunch of fun. Jim Johnson played some Star Wars and Pirates and Zombies. Ooh, that's
Pirates
pretty
and Zombies.
Pirates and Zombies. In
like
the same game or different games? I wonder.
Heck yeah.
All right, and just general thank yous, and yeah, thanks everyone for being here. We've been joined by a Jim Johnson and Max's Miniatures. Let's do it. Okay. All right. So now my turn. My activation card for the Germans. 2.
Oh, lowly 2.
Great. Well,
So
one
sad.
of those is going to be firing machine gun at all those boys going over the top.
That makes sense.
All right. So let's just fire into this sort of massive Americans moving over here and tear them up.
Sounds great. I have no cover, so I get none of the benefit that...
My card first.
Great point. I get none of the benefit.
Let's go.
For Queen? Not a good start for me.
I think you do get cover up on top of the ridge.
Oh,
Right.
I appreciate it. Soft cover for me.
So any spade will block the shot.
That's right. Didn't do it. First
Drop.
guy down on the ground.
One guy down.
Second guy.
Yes. Second
You're
shot.
going a little fast for me, guys.
Okay.
No worries. We'll slow down. So
Yeah.
we're off to a 9.
So
Not a bad
these
start.
machine guns get 3 shots.
They do.
So we're going to get 3 cards on this group.
And if they are shooting at a cluster like this that are within 3 inches of each other, any subsequent shots after they've hit the first guy move around among the clusters.
Yes.
So they can hit a bunch of people.
Okay. So, Matt, hold on. 5.
Oh,
Okay, go ahead.
this one made it. He's got a spade.
All right. Well, we got one more bullet flying towards you.
So, Matt, no.
And
All right. 3 from the Germans.
walking the 3 is a king, so
Okay.
they're fine.
All right. So we caught one American coming out of the trench.
You
We'll
did.
take it.
You got one more activation.
I do have one more activation. Our rifle range is 24, and you're well outside that. So let's see. I will consolidate a little bit by having. We'll have this guy. Actually, we know your tanks are coming. I'll move the anti-tank rifle up there, anticipating that we're going to have to fight those when they come. So
That makes
That'll
sense.
be my other activation.
All right.
And that will be it for the Germans.
Very good. Back to the Americans.
This game can be really, really swingy in terms of how much each side acts, because when you draw your activation card, you're going to go that many, or you get that many activations, which can be 1 activation per model for moving. It can be move and then fire for 2 activations, or you can move multiple times for an escalating series of activations.
Right.
So if you can move twice for 4 activations.
Right. Or you could move 3 times for, what is it, 9?
I think 9. Yeah.
Enormous amount. If you want to just book it, you could move 18 inches.
Yeah.
Just completely cover the board.
All
So
right. Americans, how many acts?
only 5.
Okay.
And it
I'll
is
take that.
black, which means that the armor is moving.
Yes. So the armor must move.
think
So
they moved
historically,
12.
Patton's tanks basically drove up here. They shut up the German trenches they drove, and then they just kept going. Because that's what they did. And then they left.
They sure did.
Before his infantry could advance with them. So there's a little bit of a random element to that. You know, depending on the card draw, you could drive off like we did in the first scenario. You could sit there and shoot like crazy, or you could do a mix.
That's right. So with 5 activations remaining, I think we're going to keep booking it towards the craters here, because it's a lot better cover than what I have now. Well, not so great. We're not quite going to make it, but we do need to get moving. So I got 5 models I can move.
No guts, no glory.
No guts, no glory, and there will be guts. 3, 4, and 5. All right. That is me. So we're back over to you.
Nice quick turn. Germans.
Nice quick turn. Germans get only 1.
Guess what that's gonna be?
I bet I know.
I'm really happy you didn't take that on another machine gunner, because you'd be
I know.
advancing like crazy while I had
know.
almost no response. All right, so my 1 activation will absolutely be the machine gunner, and we're gonna shoot this group that's charged into the open here.
Light me up, man. All right.
Drop.
So first shot. Just 5.
Okay, good.
Responding with a queen. He's
Okay,
fine.
that's okay. That's why we have multiple shots.
That's why you brought all those bullets.
2 more.
Second shot. 10.
Yes. Love it.
Against
Yes.
the 3. He's down.
Man goes down. Now these guys going down are not casualties yet. At the very end of the turn, after we draw a Joker, we're gonna check all of them, and then some of them will stand back up and be okay, just suppressed, and some of them will not be okay.
He'll be ushered away to the pearly gates. Third shot is a king.
Good, good.
And an ace in response. So he's done. Oh,
There's no margin of failure.
I know. He would be dead. All right. Well, that is your whole turn.
That was my whole turn, but I'll take it. 2
well,
Americans down. Twice
that's
as good as
right.
the last turn.
We'll come back. So it's black 3. So I have because Patton is alive, I'll introduce his other special rule, which is that he gets to do 1 card redraw as long as he's up.
You consider using it here, getting more
So
activations.
I would like both to have more activations and hopefully to get the tanks to shoot. So I would like to draw again.
Okay.
So we're going
he's
to
gonna
draw
redraw the American activation.
much better.
Oh, wow.
It's an 11 and it's red, so I get to shoot
that
2.
was huge. That was a good redraw.
It was a big deal.
Okay.
So we're going to start with the shooting.
Okay.
We're going to clean away your machine gun, we hope.
The tanks blast the machine gun.
Tanks are sure. Exactly right. Blasting that machine gun. So 6, not a great start.
I could still draw a 3 of hearts.
It better be. It is
No!
a 3 of diamonds! You called it!
I was really close.
He's done.
You saw it live.
You saw it live. So he gets knocked over. Your last guy in the
That
trench
is
does.
unfortunate. So both machine gunners are down, and my machine gun can't fire for the rest of the turn.
So there's no target particularly close to you, so that tank is probably done. So the second tank will fire at the next closest infantryman,
All
whoever
right,
that
you
is.
right here.
And he will take his first shot. Oh, I drew from the wrong side.
Yeah.
His 7.
Okay.
You got a little spoiler, which is...
I'm gonna need a 10 of hearts here.
Wow, he's psychic!
You
What
saw
the-
live.
Second shot. A little ace.
I think I got this.
You could get the worst ace. You
the
end the
Joker.
turn.
Okay.
Interesting.
I will take that because I really need one of those machine gunners to stand up.
Yeah, we hope not.
Okay.
So the first thing we do is we normally we would test for morale if people were dead.
No,
But-
we test for it now
we
because
do.
people are down.
Sorry, that is actually our other house rule. So normally in the game you would test morale based on only fully dead confirmed casualties.
Yes.
But we've altered that because you very rarely break with those rules. So now we test even for the potential casualties. So we're both going to test,
Yep. So we'll test
against our
Americans
leadership.
first. Yep.
So my leadership for Patton is 2, which means I get 2 shots at this.
You get 1 card base and then 2 shots. 2 on top of that.
3
so
total.
You get 3 cards total.
I'm glad he's around.
Yeah.
So
And
so
you-
I have 3 casualties.
And you have to draw, I think, higher than your number of casualties. So you're going to need a
Correct.
4.
4 or higher on 3 attempts.
He's got 3 Americans down.
Another Joker, which we can skip.
Yeah, you ignore that.
So King.
Yeah.
I'm already fine.
He's fast.
And the Germans have the same problem, but they have 2 casualties.
Yes,
and your leadership of 1, I think.
Yeah, so I have 2 cards to beat 2 casualties.
Very good. Already
Very good.
fine on a 7.
Yep.
So everyone's okay. Now we test for the casualties themselves.
Yes.
So I can test first. We'll start with this guy, and we're just looking to see if they get a red card or a black card.
Yeah, if it's red, they stay dead. If it's black, they come back.
Oh! You should write for this game. First guy is dead.
Ooh.
Bad start. Second guy is alive,
Unfortunate.
and he's really close to a crater, so
All
that's
right,
great.
come on. 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Third guy is dead.
Yes. Okay.
And he had a grenade too, so sad.
Excellent.
All right, over to your side. You have
Okay.
2 machine
I'd
gunners.
really like at least one of these to stand up. So 2 cards, please.
I really hope not.
Yes.
One of them's alive.
One back.
The other one is dead.
Okay.
All right, we've made 50% progress on the machine
One
gun.
machine gunner is dead. I'll go find a different
Nice.
marker for him.
While you do that, I will shuffle because we're going to now fully reset the turn. So you get a shuffle on both
A little
sides.
smoky effect there. Check some comments on here.
Yeah. No dead space. No dead air.
Rob and Rose Holden say, I think you need longer arms. So
I definitely need longer arms.
get on that.
I'm
So
an average-sized
next time
human being.
we stream, Matt will have longer arms.
You heard it here first. I'm going to get that operation.
Grandpa Tater says this is one of the hooks that got him into the hobby. It's a good skirmish game. Absolutely, absolutely. The 1 hour skirmish war games are awesome rules and really good introduction. And a lot of fun. This is the one we played with George Luz for
That's
for a
right.
game, and he
That's
had a good
right.
time.
And he'd never played a war game
Yep,
before, and
did
he
a
enjoyed
Band
it.
Brothers scenario. That was great.
At least it looked like he enjoyed it.
Hey, Matt, so just keep talking, Ben.
Yeah.
Don't put your hand on the cards until you're gonna flip it. Because I kind of get ready and then I...
Got it. This is your signal to start
We've been
looking
joined
at
by
it.
James Wassam, greetings, and Bill's Wargame World. Welcome, everyone.
Welcome.
Happy to see you guys.
Absolutely. All right, so we are going to start off with now determining who starts, because the Americans start on the first turn, could be anyone on the second turn.
Yep.
So we'll draw both top cards. Americans first. You're trying to beat a 5.
Okay.
Very likely.
I like that.
Germans next. You are winning with
All
a
right, so
9.
the Germans are going to get to go first.
That's right, and I am not going to use the redo on this one. It's probably not worth it.
All right.
So that was your winning initiative. Now we see how many activations you get.
For those of you just joining us, we are doing a scenario in World War I where Patton is commanding some American troops to assault a German trench. The Germans are about to gun down some Americans, so let's get to that.
We hope not. Let's look at an ace right here.
How many German activations?
A lowly 4. Not that you have so much to do right
No,
now.
fine by me. I really just need 1 for the machine gun until you get close to within rifle range.
Yeah.
All right, so let's start. I'm actually going to move some Germans around first because I don't have anyone who can shoot.
How novel.
So we're going to move 1 guy there,
He's filling up the trench.
2 guys there. And if we could move this guy down here, I could appreciate that.
Ben has some performance enhancement in the form of Doug, who's able to reach for him.
Maybe you should get that.
I guess. Then we should all be
and
so
then for our
lucky.
last action, we're going to fire that machine gun. So let's shoot that at the advancing Americans in the open here.
Very good. Patton, not among them. Sent them to their death, is somewhere else now.
They're not dead yet.
They're not dead yet. 2 of them are.
They might make it.
So we'll start with the first shot. It's a jack.
Love that. Love that.
It's not a
There's
good start.
no cover here, so anything lower than a jack, like a 2.
Yeah, he would have been saved by the cover, but not by this.
We'll drop
So
the leader.
he's
there.
on the ground.
All right. Fall
Second
down.
guy. Only a 2.
Okay. Aces are low. Okay.
Dodged by a queen.
All right. That's fine. That's fine.
And the last shot,
Come on. Make it big.
a lowly 4.
Okay. Make it small.
The same 4.
The exact
Do they
same card.
both get drawn again? Haven't had that before.
Yeah. So you just do a redraw like it's a game of war. So I
Think
draw a new
so.
card. You draw a new card, and higher wins.
Well, here's a
I
10.
like that. I like that.
Mine's a
Oh,
queen.
man.
Ah!
All right. Thus endeth the German activation.
Thus endeth it. And so we move to the next American activation. So we'll draw a oh, it's a little 4. I'm actually going to take this one because the tanks are firing and I don't get that much of that.
That's fair.
So we're going to have both tanks fire first.
Okay.
We'll start with the one who's farther away and he'll fire at the machine gun.
And I'm down to 1 machine gunner, so if you cause any casualty here, it'll shut it up for the turn.
There you go. I'm actually going to push this aside because I always forget what my
Okay,
number
that's
is.
fine.
All right, so
Shot.
first shot.
Love
A
that.
lowly little ace. Second, the cover from you.
It's fine, of course.
An excellent cover roll. And then the second shot, 7.
All right.
Your cover, a lowly 3.
no!
You're down. Woo-hoo-hoo.
I needed more
If only
than that.
you had gone down earlier, our poor little Private Johnson or whatever would be fine.
If I go down and only take 1 American with me, that's not ideal. So now I want the
2.
turn to end soon.
Yeah. No, yeah, really. You could maybe come back up.
Hopefully.
So the second will be the other tank firing it closest, which I guess is that guy on the edge of the trench.
So here in the trench.
So his first shot's a little 5.
All right. Well, if I draw another 3.
7.
Okay, nothing. All right.
Would have
good.
gotten you if it was better. And second shot is a tiny little ace. I think the worst ace, and you respond with a 3.
Okay. We're
we-
going to load cards where we need them.
All done. So now I have 4 full activations, and I'm going to use several of them to run into this much better cover that I have. So the first one we're going to run into here,
Okay.
and let's get you up here, and you up here.
All in the...
It's all
Foxholes.
Love Shack up in here.
Craters.
And then the third will be, that's awful. You're within 12, so we'll move this guy up. Ah, charge! Oh gosh. I don't have long arms. All right, we're
Doug will
good.
Come up and help you with that.
So that is my entire activation.
That was everything. Okay.
So we are over to you.
All right. And we have, let's see, people saying they enjoy the rule system.
Oh, yeah.
We replayed the Brandon Brothers as you played it to learn the game. That's great. That's awesome to hear, Grandpa.
Nice.
And Bill's Wargaming said, can you use 54 milliliter? We
You sure can. Yeah.
We can.
Use
whenever
whatever
we
scale
have-
you want. You might want to adjust the ground scale, like ranges, but
That
no reason
don't-
you couldn't.
You don't need to.
Yeah, screw it.
Yeah. You just need to fit everyone in. I
That's
mean,
right.
no war game is to scale ever.
That is
anyway,
very
right?
true. There is an abstraction of the ground scale you have to accept in wargaming.
Yeah, because if you're doing a war game, say, the real scale of guys is like 2 millimeters.
That's very true. Very
Or
true.
less.
Or less. Yeah. They disappear into the topography, especially in more modern games. World War II, World War
Yeah,
I.
the bigger you get, the smaller the men.
Oh, yeah. And the more they hide from you.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, any scale is fine for this system.
that's right. So, to your German activation.
Yes.
Nasty German. A 5. I'm not drawing so well for you. I
Okay.
apologize.
That's okay.
You don't really need
We
it.
are still well outside of rifle range, and our machine gun's been shut down, so we're just gonna hunker down.
You could come charge me.
Um.
Why don't you give the people at home just a view, like overview of what's happened so far?
Okay.
Yeah.
So we've had Patton launch an attack with this central group of troops over here. They took some casualties coming out of the trench. A few of them have made it up to shell holes, but not too many. These tanks have advanced and fired and currently have suppressed our machine gun, and we'll see if they've knocked it out entirely at the end of the turn. Patton, meanwhile, is moving down the front lines to try and rally another group of guys to also send them forward into the trenches.
More bodies.
Until this German machine gun gets back up, I'm just going to have to sit tight and take it until they get into rifle range. So what we're going to do for our turn is we're going to spread out a little bit so we don't get schwacked by too many tanks. 1, 2... And the leader will bravely step back so he's safe and commanding from the rear.
He's got some morale checks to make, so
All right,
very fair.
3, and I think that's going to be it for us.
All right, over to the Americans. Only 3 activations, but it's
another-
red.
Another red, so those tanks are going to pound my position.
That's
here.
right. I'm not redrawing anything. I love that. So the first tank is going to fire at the closest guy over here.
Okay.
He will fire his 9. Pretty
All
good.
right. All right.
Against a queen,
Man,
you're fine.
We have a cover system where any black card will block these shots, and we are not drawing the black cards. But I'll
Not
take
happening.
it. I'll take it.
So a king. Now you need the black card because
Yes.
this is the best card I can draw.
Yes, please.
And you got it.
Yes!
He's fine.
Trenches save lives.
That's why we dig them. Next is the other tank. He'll take the same shots. He gets a 9 of clubs.
All right.
He's dealing with a 10. Second
Don't
shot.
waste a pip.
Jack.
Okay. Okay.
Against a king.
Yes. All right. Ineffective fire. If only my machine gun.
We at least got the most important part, which is the machine gun.
All right. Now how
So
many?
I have 4 activations, I think.
Yes.
I think it was this 4.
Yep.
So we are looking at not a whole lot here. So let's get these guys who are halfway over all the way in.
Okay.
Someone asked about the ancients first.
Thanks. If you could move him up to them as well.
Yeah, so we have a question here. Has anybody tried the ancient rules yet? Yes, actually we have.
Yes.
We played a... Mark, what was that scenario we played? It was a...
The Roman legionnaires in the middle of Alexandria.
Yeah, we did Roman legionnaires in Alexandria. So we had a bunch of civilians basically try and ambush a Roman patrol during some of the initial chaos there. We had a good time with it. We like the ancient version of the rules.
Yeah.
I would say if that's a period you're interested in, this is still a good system to give it a whirl in. Very, very similar rules. Card versus card. Tends to be a little more card drawing because like your guy attacking will have like 2 cards because if you have a sword, and then the other guy will have a bunch of armor, so he'll draw 3 cards. But it comes down to
I think
high card
we should
wins.
try our new armor system.
I would suggest. So yeah, what you could do is the suit itself can represent up to 3 armor, right? So you could have the spade or like any black card block something, or any black card plus a diamond block something, so on, to represent how armored they are. You could essentially adapt this cover
Yeah,
system.
what we're doing with cover here, we'd probably try in that system where a certain suit will block depending on the amount of armor you have.
Just
You're
because...
only ever pulling 1 card.
Right,
Yeah.
you're just the defender will only pull the 1 card, which means that you're going to hit the Joker a lot less. So you'll have, even with bigger scenarios, you'll have the turn over a little less often.
Yeah, if there's one flaw with this system, it's that we find that the default rules have you just draw a lot of cards.
Yeah.
And so the end of the turn tends to come really quickly. Often when you get up to like automatic weapons and heavy cover, it would be like one side gets through half an activation and then the turn's over. You reset cards. They might get the next turn again. And then it would just sort of go back and forth that way.
If you shoot 3 times, it had to
cut
cover.
down the number of card draws so the Joker doesn't come up as often, then the turns get a little more interesting and arguably a little more fair.
Yeah, there's some gaminess that you avoid too, where if I want the turn to end, I am shooting at someone in heavy cover, because now I'm drawing 3 times as many cards.
Yes, which is not what you want to the game to encourage.
It doesn't make sense. So, yeah, absolutely. All right, well, that was the entire American activation.
All right,
so we are
I hate
over
it.
to German. No one got shot. Oh, you get 11. Not that you'll have a use for it.
No, that's not ideal.
You could always come get me.
You know, I could always come get you, and that is a little bit wild.
Oh, we're going to have a classic Ben move.
But at 11 actions, I could move a guy 18 for 9
And shoot him.
and shoot him.
Are we going to see the anti-tank rifle? No.
Ooh, that's a tempting idea. But no, I think this brave rifleman is going to charge out of the trench into this
Oh, this poor
for
man.
9 activations, and then he's within 24. He's going to start engaging the Americans with small arms.
Wow.
Let's throw down.
What?
Fire shot.
What a mensch. All right, first shot from the
I'm
Germans.
gonna stop this attack, guys.
Personally, he gets an 8.
No,
He really,
Hans.
he wants that Iron
Dangerous
Cross.
Hans.
This is too much.
He wants that Iron Cross.
He got him
Oh,
though. He put that first guy
Hans.
down. We'll knock the right guy over.
Oh, he got 2. I mean, this is
That's right. Went right through him. Well, Hans has been very successful. Is there anything else you'd like to do? I think you have 1 remaining activation.
I think I'm good for activations. We do have a question here.
Yes.
Jim Johnson says, can you publish your cover rules? They sound really interesting. Yes, we absolutely can because they're very short.
They're so short, yeah.
We can write up our house rules and post that. Where would we post those? Community page?
Fireball Forward website.
We'll
Fireball
put them
Forward
on the
website.
Fireball Forward website.
We have, in terms of house rules, we have an Overwatch system that we're not using here. We have the cover rules, and
Yeah.
we have the slight change in the way morale is done.
Yeah, just an order change. Yeah, it's going to be less than 1 page, but yeah, we can absolutely write that up and put them up for you guys.
Very good.
Very cool.
Great question.
Yep.
All right, keep us honest. So we'll move back to the American turn, to my turn. I get a silly little 2, but it is red, so I am tempted to keep it. I think I will.
Hans, keep your head down.
Ah! Well, the tanks are shooting again, and you're closest, so
These red cards are killing me.
the tanks are going to shoot at Hans, who has bravely exited the trench to engage
I mean,
them.
on the plus side, he's drawing fire away from the trench, so you can only kill Hans with a single tank.
That's true. So
there's that.
the one tank is going to try for Hans.
All right, keep your head down. Oh my
You
god.
got a king to start.
All right, this
You
is
get
like
saved
cover.
on a spade.
He needs a spade to get saved here, or a higher king.
A higher king would be great.
Nope.
Didn't do it. Hans is down. He
Hans is
pays
down.
the price for his recklessness.
Maybe he stand up.
Maybe he will. But that was that tank's entire shot.
That's
There's
right.
no one near him.
That's right.
So then the
He's
next
over
tank
there.
will shoot, I guess, the anti-tank rifle.
Yeah, I think that's your closest, unfortunately.
Oh, let's get him. He got a 5.
All right, I like
All
that.
right, and he's responding. Oh,
Black
an
card.
ace, but it's black, so
Yep.
he's fine.
Any
Second
black
shot.
card in the trench is safe for Germany.
It's a great German trench. An 8, a little better.
Okay, we'll just stop that
And
too. Oh,
ending the turn.
Joker, we've ended the turn.
Interesting.
All right.
All right, so a little bit of stuff we have to do here. So we have our morale checks.
Yep. So how many Americans are dead or currently down?
2 fully confirmed dead and 2 down. So that's 4, and I have 3 shots at beating the 4.
Okay.
So first shot, Queen already done.
You're good. Okay.
Second.
On
And
my
I got rid of a
end,
red card.
We have 1 dead on the machine gun, and then 1 down there and 1 down there. So we have 3 total. So we need a 4 on 2 cards.
2 cards. First card, got the
enough.
4. Good to go.
all we
All right, now casualties. So for the Americans, we'll start in the front, and we're looking for not a red card for him to be alive. He is alive,
Okay. Unfortunate.
and the one who's in the open field, is not alive.
Yeah. Sorry. We got to drop another American.
Did drop an American today. And
Okay.
now over to your
So
side.
the first and most important thing to do is see if my machine gunner
Ed
gets
Miller's
back up.
here.
Hello.
Ed
Welcome.
Miller, hey! You're lucky I'm not there, Matt.
Looking what?
You're lucky I'm not there, Matt.
That's right. I'd be quaking in my boots. All right.
All right, machine gun.
got your
please.
machine gun?
Black card.
He's
No!
not alive.
The
Machine gun's
machine
out of
gunner
action.
Is knocked out. That is real bad for the Germans. We're gonna
That's
have to
right.
kill some people with rifle fire. All right, then you know what we need? Some German machine gun. We need Hans. We need
Is Hans gonna
Hans.
make it? He didn't
No,
make it.
Hans!
He didn't make it. It's all
Nine!
over.
All right, well this is not going well for the Germans. We're gonna be hanging on by a thread here.
Just barely.
Well, we've still killed 3 Americans.
3 Americans.
Ed
we
wants
get a
you to
couple.
check the cards.
Check the card. Sleeves. They're not dice, so you know there's only so much you can do.
Oh, Ed, we're
I
very
do know a
happy you
card
could join
trick.
us today.
Here, wait. I don't know if that shows up on camera.
Oh, that's pretty fancy.
Blue Charlie's mine. That's right.
Hey, well,
That one
someone's
wins
asking-
at parties.
Someone's asking this to be a regular thing.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
we are planning on starting up a Patreon, and we are planning on doing regular war game streams. And I think it's going to be once a month. Was the plan, Mark?
Right.
Yeah.
Whatever
we're
Mark
planning
says.
on doing this about once a month, and we'll announce it in advance, and everyone's invited. We'd love to have you.
Heck yeah. Ever gets to watch me shuffle?
We're up to 32.
Wow, pretty great.
So for anyone joining us while Matt's shuffling here, we are playing a 1 hour skirmish war games scenario where Patton is leading an attack on a German trench in the Musargon.
Where is that?
Patton has fallen back behind line of sight so they can gather some more guys.
Yeah,
He's in the back.
He's in the back now, so those Americans aren't going forward until he goes forward. I mean, right now he seems to be sitting back and letting the tanks do it.
A little bit.
If you're within 12 inches, Patton can activate.
That's right.
right.
So only within 12 inches can Patton activate. So right now, Patton's way back here. This forward group of Americans is just keeping their heads down in the shells and not advancing.
That's right.
So that's why our Hans Gambit would have paid dividends if he had lived.
All right.
So, but depending on what the Americans do, we might send another brave German forward.
I will make you wait. All right. So next up is we're going to compare our activation cards to see who goes first. And I'm sure Ben would like to not go first in this particular case. So for the Americans, it's a jack.
Okay.
Very high. And it's black. And we got a
Turn's over.
joker from the Germans, so we're going to have to shuffle them because you can't be over before the turn starts. That's the classic 1 hour skirmish
Yes,
war
that's
game.
the shortest
Weirdness.
turn you will ever see. The turn
That's
is
right.
done.
So we also did Black Hawk Down using this.
We did. We did. Before some of our modifications, we did use Overwatch, which was very important for that one.
Yeah, we had body armor. It was pretty cool.
Did
Well,
have
we
body
had
armor.
Black Hawk Down and we did Black Hawk Down Zombies, which was a lot of fun.
Oh, I was not involved.
Oh, the zombies were great.
Incredible.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the zombie games with this. They were really
Love
good.
it. So it does seem like a good format for zombies, actually, as a rule set.
It is.
So the Americans have won, and I'll take it
Sad.
because I don't want to use my whole thing on that.
Okay.
And I start off black, but again, it's a queen, very high, so I'm not going to re-roll that. So
Okay.
the tanks are going to roll on up.
All right. Forward armor.
That's what tanks sound like, right?
Yes. It's World War One, so they were still figuring it out.
That's right. I think he may make a bog check because he's touched a crater.
Yep. So
he
go ahead and draw.
checks. He just doesn't want to get, I think, an ace or a 2.
I think that's right.
Right.
He got
Oh.
a 2. So that tank is done. His entire crew is bailed. Although, actually, I think I do have a reroll. So I think I will use it
right,
here.
Once a turn, Patton can redraw.
Yeah, once a turn.
I've
Patton can
used
redraw
this
a card.
before.
So to save your tank, it's probably a good
But in this
idea.
case, I think this is a great use for it. So this tank wants out. It's done.
So the tank throws a tread.
Tank throws the track, and everyone bails and runs. So that tank is done.
Dead.
Saved
We
by
have
the terrain.
some puff. We got a puff.
I mean, it doesn't puff. It just got stuck.
We'll put puffs around the wheels from all the smoke
There
it
you
caught
go.
up in its attempts to get out.
All right. Something goes my way. I'll take
Oh
that.
boy. All right. Well, they can't all make it, right? So
Patton's knocked out for morale purposes. That would be
that's a great
brutal.
question.
It is. It counts as a casualty.
So that's
Okay.
one extra casualty
Yeah,
on me.
all the Americans get upset as they're people who go, you're up to 5. It's getting dangerous.
Up to 4.
If you can't shoot
3
them
plus
dead, rely on the terrain.
That's right.
Be Russian.
So I got 12 out of the queen.
Okay.
So we can only activate people within 12 inches of Patton, and we're going to start moving some of them.
Go for it.
So let's get, if I could get some help getting this guy into his trench. This guy into his trench.
All right.
Into his crater.
some
This guy
comments.
into the forward
People are
crater.
congratulating Ed on a great fallen.
And then the other
fallen was awesome.
6 of them just forward.
Bill says we need more tank sounds. Well, Bill, you're going to need more tanks. We're down to 1.
That's right. What's in it for us? 6, 7, 8. So then you can also move Patton. Yeah, that's great. If you can move him 6 inches this way, so like there-ish, that's
All
perfect.
right.
And then, sorry, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's perfect. So we'll just start sneaking everyone up.
Right. Forward edge of the crater.
New craters open up for us, and we will pass back over.
All right.
So for the German activation,
German activation, please.
a big 4.
4. All right. Well, with you guys coming, we only fire 18 inches with this rifle, so you're out of range. So that's not happening.
24
Ed
inches.
wants to know where the poo die is. There's no dice. in
The
it.
poo die. Yeah, this diceless game.
It does
And
say
therefore
all cards,
inferior.
All cards, Ed.
That's right. You
I
can
know,
have a
it's-
poo card. It's the
a
ace
new
of clubs.
paradigm in wargaming.
That's right.
All right. We're going to move him back up to the forward edge of the trench, and then this man's going to step up to where the machine gun was, and then...
I'll give it to you.
Okay,
you can shoot
I'll
the front
take
guy.
it. We'll shoot the front man with him.
All right.
Fire a rifle shot.
Oh my god.
Oh, big
Shouldn't have
king.
given it to you. A big old king. A worse king. So he is
Yes.
down.
So within the suits, there is a hierarchy, which is spades, hearts, diamonds, clubs.
Correct.
So
Yes.
spades beats all the other suits, and down the American goes.
Almost the best card I drew, but not quite enough.
All right, but
All right.
that will be my German activation. We'll be content with that.
Incredible. Next up is the American activation. Only a 4, and
Okay.
it's black. But I'm out of redraws,
Yes,
so
we already redraw
he's going.
to attempt to save the tank, and incredibly still got bogged.
Did not work. So we're just gonna like barely touch the barbed wire, and I get 4 activations.
That will still squish it.
Oh, love it. I'm probably not gonna need to go
I'll
there.
give it
but-
to you.
Oh, thank you. All right. Well, I guess we'll shoot back. So, I only got. Oh, they're out.
Those 2 forward guys would have it because we added to you.
So we'll have just the machine gunner fire.
Okay.
But first I'll do all my
moving.
moving.
Show shot.
It is a show shot.
Okay.
The back one.
All right.
But first we'll have, because he may end our turn accidentally, we're going to have some people move. So if I could get Dougie to please move 3 guys up into the trench.
Okay.
And while Dougie does that, I watch. we'll roll the dice. So we'll take our shots
right.
off the show shot. So first shot is a 10.
All right.
Pretty good.
Pretty good. Let's see if we can block that. No.
Did not. Already down.
All right.
That's all I
and
needed.
Your second shot has no one near it.
There's no
No
effect.
additional shots there.
All right. Next up,
Unfortunate.
that was all 4 of my activations. So we will move to your activation.
All right. Yes.
You get a queen. A lot of good use for
huge.
it.
Well, we still want to trade fire with you in an attempt to end this turn and cause more morale checks. So we're going to have another brave man.
Makes sense.
He's going to use 4
my
actions
God.
to run all the way up into the zone of death up here, and then he will fire a shot at the lead Americans.
Very good. First shot. Oh, a big
Oh,
king.
big king.
Oh my God.
Throwing kings at you.
The same king.
It's a tie. All right.
Again, second time.
Yep. So.
All right, we
redraw
draw it
both
all
cards,
again.
and then winner takes all.
Mulligan, you got an 8. Still
All right.
pretty good.
Yeah.
A little better than average. And I'm down. Bottom down. I assume you want the show shot, so we'll take the show
yes,
shot.
absolutely. He shot us. We shot him.
That's right. All right.
Only fair.
Anything else from the Germans? You got a lot.
Yeah. Are you close
That was
enough
2,
for
I
a
think.
little bit of?
You can move and do it.
Yeah, we're gonna move. So the anti-tank rifle is gonna run down the trench. That's 4 actions for 12 inches. And we will take a shot at your tank. Let's do a little anti-armor action.
It's a big gun. All right. So if I remember correctly, you take a shot against me to see if you hit.
Yeah, you rolled a hit as normal, so 50-50.
8 against my 7.
Seven,
You
all right.
have hit.
The tank does not dodge.
That's right. It doesn't get out of the way in time. Does he not see them?
Strike. So
His
you're-
AirPods are in.
So I've got a penetration of 0. You have an armor plus 3. So we're going to draw another 2 cards for
Plus 2,
penetration. Plus 2.
Plus 2.
So we're going to draw 2 more cards, and then we'll add 2 to the tank's card, and then the difference, if I beat you, is the amount of damage the tank takes.
That's right. So Germans first. We got an 8.
8. All right. I need
American.
to go low.
5.
5 up to 6, 7. So you take
One
1
damage.
point of damage.
So we'll put a little marker. Maybe you have a marker.
Immediately take a morale check.
Yeah.
If you pull an ace, you're dead.
On the
Yeah.
spot, take a
So-
morale check. Need to exceed that 1 morale.
Yeah,
that
so you
he
got to
has.
not pull an ace here. You're
Did
good.
not pull the ace. I've already gotten 2 2s out of this turn.
So mine are spalling inside the tank, but the crew is undaunted.
I'd be scared.
Okay. Very good.
All right. Was that it for your activation?
Someone's asking who built the gaming table.
Let's see.
It's Mark's gamer.
So Mark, who did build this gaming
So
table?
me and my brother built it.
Yeah, Mark and his brother built it together.
And it's a custom made. It's
Oh, this part of it. Yeah, yeah.
And
Sorry.
it has Chicago bar rail all around it, so you guys can lean.
So if you didn't catch that, it is custom made oak and has Chicago bar rail. I didn't know there was a name for this.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. But yeah, it's a lovely gaming table. We have gamed on it for many, many years now.
Is that like the
it's held
Chicago?
really well.
Is that like the deep dish pizza of the gaming world?
It does give it an elevated thing. Like
Right? It's a big crust.
These edges save dice, my friends.
That's right.
A lot of, a flat table, people roll the dice, they're very enthusiastic, and the dice fly off.
I've hit
But-
Ben with dice by mistake before.
Yes, he has. And the rule here to discourage that is if the dice fly off the table, they don't count.
That's right.
So never do it.
You gotta roll it again, and that's very embarrassing.
It still happens with these. There's no saving something.
There are some people who are too energetic even for the Chicago rail to
He
save.
rules that table. Tell him to come back. You're gonna kick his butt.
Incredible.
Yep, Ed Danilo says, I rule this table. What do you say, Matt?
Challenge accepted.
Challenge accepted.
Name your
Back
game. Name your weapon.
Anytime, and Matt will fight you.
That's right. That's right. I did 15 years of fencing. I'll take you with swords.
All right, that was my German activation. We're happy with that. And you're
Back to
up.
the Americans. So, it's a red ace.
It's a red.
I've already
one
used
action.
my redo, so he's shooting. So
Okay.
this one tank is gonna pop back at the
All right,
anti-tank rifle.
shoot my poor anti-tank rifle. Keep your head down, buddy.
See how it goes. We'll put that to the side so I remember. First shot, 8.
Stay down,
Okay.
Franz.
Stay down. A 7, but a black one. So
Yep.
he's okay.
Any black card in these trenches is covered.
He's all good. Second shot is a 6, a lot lower. Maybe you get a red 5. Red 6, identical card.
That happened more often than it should have.
That is a little wild.
All
I
right.
should, I guess, go to
Redraw.
the slots. Over to 7 against an ace, but it's black. So again, you're fine.
All right, very good.
All right, so I have one real activation remaining. Ugh, that was awful. And it's going to be the rifleman, I guess, who will shoot back at your rifleman.
Okay, go ahead.
Hope for the best. We got 5, and you have
A 6.
a red 6.
Good enough.
That's good enough. And we'll move back to your turn.
All right, German activation, please.
3.
3.
Not that you need a lot.
That's okay. I don't need a lot. All right. Let's keep shooting our infantry. So our forward guy here, that's definitely Fritz.
We have Hans, who's dead,
We
and
have
now we have
Hans,
Fritz.
Franz, and Fritz.
Where's Hansel and Gretel?
Gretel is the leader in the back.
Very good.
All right. So Fritz is shooting at Smith.
Smith. Yes.
All right.
Lieutenant Sergeant Smith. All right, so his shot, I guess he's a rifle.
We just have one.
Is it 3? A lowly 3?
Need you to suck.
I
You suck!
do suck because it's a black ace in the wrong kind of cover. So
Yes.
he's
Yes,
down.
Spade would have saved you. Oh,
Oh.
excellent.
It just gets worse
Excellent
and worse.
shooting.
All right. Well,
Good
did you have
forward.
anything else you want to do? Probably
Yeah,
an tank
we
rifle.
will take an anti-tank rifle shot at you. Absolutely.
I thought you might. So the shot is a jack.
Jack, all right,
Probably a hit
Probably gonna hit.
against a 9. So you've hit.
Do score a hit. All right, let's see what we do with armor penetration.
Damage. A lowly 5.
Okay, I really need you to go low. Oh my word!
So I have
Ace and ace.
functionally a 4 to your 5.
A 3 because we had 2.
3. You had 2. So that's 2 more damage.
All right, so this one goes to 3 damage, and now you need to do a morale check on the tank and beat a 3. So stop drawing aces.
I've gotten a lot of these low cards out of here. Oh my god!
He's gone.
He's done!
gone.
This one was actually
Oh my
killed.
god! We actually. killed
We need
an
more
anti-tank
puffage for
rifle.
this guy.
Well, this anti-tank rifle guy is awesome.
What? He sure is.
There can be
He got helped out by the
miracles.
bogging, admittedly.
Then you'll have Franz.
Oh, you have the burning version.
Franz.
That's fine.
Wow.
He threw his turret.
Boy, after
He
the
lollipopped.
loss of the machine gun, these Germans have really rallied. You're going to have a really hellish morale check when we get to the end of the turn.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I need to be Nate.
We might have both sides break because I'm not in good shape either. I've
We
got
very
like
well
a
might.
very small handful of guys.
We'll see how long it takes till we actually have to check.
Yeah, we'll see.
So next up is the American turn.
Yes.
So I get an 8. Pretty good, pretty good. And it's a
Okay.
moving 8. Not that it matters because all
Nope.
the tanks are dead.
All the tanks are
Or
dead.
bailed. At least they lived.
Yes.
All right, well, we know, unfortunately, I've placed Patton the farthest away from me as I could humanly put him. But we're going to do this.
That's why we have servants.
We're going to That's right. If you could walk him 6 inches forward and then take a shot. Well, actually, let's figure it out. How close is close enough?
Oh, we have Michael DiCarlo saying, nicely done, Ben. Thank you, Mike.
Beautiful. All right, so we're going to try to get people
It
within...
was all in my skill.
If you could walk 2 of them to 6 inches forward, and they'll
inches
take
and
their
then-
shots.
All right.
Now, remembering that once you fire,
Yeah, so let's do this the other way. So these 3 are going to walk into the trench for 3,
all right,
into the craters, shell holes.
and anywhere on these templates is cover.
Yes, it's a abstracted shell area. So that's 3 out of 8. I'm going to need 2 left over. So, I'm going to need 4 left over. So, okay, I guess we'll start having them. He's fine. He's fine. So then we'll have both of them walk their 6 inches and shoot at the guy in the trench.
Okay. So an American goes forward.
And he'll shoot.
Yep. Before you move on to the next activation, you have to finish the activation. So we're gonna roll this card.
Shooting always ends the model's activation.
Yep.
Queen.
Oh, that's not good.
Pretty good. Against a black
Black
2.
card. Yes.
He's all
Black
good.
cover.
Next model, please.
I love this cover system we have invented.
So nice for all of us, right? That's
All
great.
right.
That's
All right.
cover.
Yep. Move up to the tree.
A black
the
3?
There's a couple
Against?
cards which will fail. Nope, not that
Tiny
one.
little 4. And
Not
I
that
have
one.
1 remaining activation, my 8th, so I'll just move I guess this guy at the back, or whoever hasn't just arrived, to be at the edge of the crater.
All right. These Americans are getting close. Now, if you can get an American into my trenches, we'll just break and run. Because
That's the end of it.
Near the end of the war, the Germans were not having it. You know, the Americans made a lot of successful advances in this time period.
That's right.
The
That's
German
right.
army was just cracking, really.
They don't want to be here.
They do
I
not
don't
wanna
either.
be here. No, it's been a long, hard fight, and the Americans come in fresh and, you know,
Guns blazing.
At least Patton motivated to advance.
Theoretically, with lots of beautiful armor.
Yeah. Now, what happened here actually is Patton had the guys around him shot, and then Patton himself took a bullet, and he was out of the war. So we're
That's
going
right.
to try and replicate that success, except Patton's all the way in the back. He can't
Yeah, in
shoot.
reality, he got 10 people killed, and then he got himself shot in the hip or something. And done. So we're on our way.
Did not go well,
It's happening.
But he was very ambitious and very brave.
That's right. So we'll move to the German activation.
Yes,
I'm hoping for like
please.
an ace,
I'm
maybe.
hoping for a joker.
7.
Okay.
That'll
Okay, we can
something.
work with that. Anti-tank rifle has done his job, so he's going to start moving down the trench. Over there, we're just going to sit sort of like that. So
Nice.
It's easier to move him around. We'll move down the trench here. So 6 inches. Actually, how many do I have? 7?
7. So you got 6 left.
All right. He'll move a full 4.
Okay.
And then can he hit?
Got.
I think
2
he's
left.
out. So he'll just sit tight, and then just our forward guy will take a shot at your guy in the open there.
Sounds great. His
right.
shot. A jack.
Oh, pretty big.
down.
Accurate German rifle fire continues to stymie the advance.
Dang.
There's a lot of Americans
Real rough.
down.
That's right.
Hold on, boys.
Just hoping to break your morale because I have a little bit better. All right, next activation American. When are we going to end this turn? Nobody knows. It's a lowly 2, which would be great if I had the tanks, but I don't. So we'll start with shots, really. So this guy in the front is going to shoot.
Cannot activate.
That's
Patton is
right.
Too far from him.
It's a
Patton's
great
gotta move
point.
up.
Patton will move up.
So in this scenario, if you're just joining us, Patton's leading an American attack, and the Americans were all cowering their trenches.
That's
So to
just put it back
activate,
here. It's too far.
an American soldier needs to be within 1 foot of Patton in order for him to. So Patton himself
I'm
has to
manhandling the
personally lead
miniatures.
this attack.
Okay, that's probably fine. So
All right,
within 12, he'll, for the second and final activation, activate the shot off the guy in the
go
front.
for it.
Oh, big shot.
Crack
Joker!
Oh, the Joker!
That's
okay.
the end. All right,
This
so
is a huge check.
we do have a big morale check from both sides. We'll start with mine, I suppose.
Okay, sounds good.
So-
I'll let you do the honor.
Well, that's right. 1, 2.
Each tank counts as 2.
2. Each tank counts as 2.
Yeah, because they're a little more important than guys, so they see the tanks brew up and they're like, that's a serious problem. So
4.
that's 4.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I need a queen or higher.
Yeah, you need to beat a jack, but you have 3 cards to do it.
That's right.
First card,
Jack.
not quite. Second card,
4.
Third card. Will the Americans pack it in? They
Yes,
will.
they will.
We have stopped the American assault.
Now let's look at the Germans.
Do
Does
the
everyone
Germans
route?
now.
So,
All right, so the Germans have lost their machine gun team up 2, and the third guy is down, and I've lost
dead,
an additional casualty. So I'm down 4. So I need to get a 5 on 2 cards. So let's see if we can hold our position. 10, we're
10.
good.
already done.
All right,
Wow. A
Gentlemen?
successful German defense.
thank you.
Historical German defense.
Yeah, that's true. We shot at the Americans. I don't think they did quite as well against the tanks. They just drove off.
I've never
but I
managed to
will
kill a
take
tank in this scenario at all. That was pretty
it.
great.
You did do it one time on our very first playtest.
Oh, that's right.
When the tanks were still just driving
I
everywhere.
was just like blazing. I got like 8 shots at
It
him.
took forever.
And he ran over the grenadier.
I got very lucky killing this tank, and incredibly lucky on a redraw.
2
Having the
attempts
terrain.
at getting him unbogged, and they both failed. And he just couldn't. He couldn't hack it.
Questions there?
All right. So yeah, let's check questions. Let's see. Play tour, beautiful gaming table. Ed rules the table. Questionable. They did
Questionable.
not like shotguns. That's right.
No, war crime.
Oh,
Those
Mike
shotguns.
says, Matt, be sure to advance through both those lower shell area gaps into the wire. Ben doesn't have the manpower to stop a 2-area assault. You got that, Matt?
That's right.
Okay.
Not so easy to do because Patton can only be in one place at a time, and
Yes.
he can't activate units that are all the way across the table. So they would just sit there and be sad.
Hey, I'm gonna join you guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
We've
Been joined by the man.
Hey, the camera's over there. Right. Hey, thanks for joining us. This was super fun.
Yes.
And we're going to do more. We want to start a Patreon because we want to do things like we want to go to Saratoga and do a war game up there, Normandy.
Yeah.
And we need to like get it funded, right? So everyone kick in a couple bucks. We think we can do some awesome stuff. and we'll do live once a month. Matt is also coming up with a cool podcast, I think, like you've never seen before in wargaming, which will be fun, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we have a new video coming out next Friday that I'm really excited about. We were challenged by another club to do kind of a grudge match.
What? Which club?
It's Vanguard Hobbies up in New Bedford, Massachusetts.
I'll kill him.
Let's get the hit out.
Anyway,
Get on the dark web.
It's really cool. We actually went up there, and I think Mike DeCarlo was watching. He was representing Mark's Game Room up in Massachusetts, which was awesome. And we explore the history of New Bedford and the 54th Massachusetts. It's really great. I'm really excited about the video of making it. Hopefully you guys like it, right? So any other comments? What else we got? Anything else? Great job.
Yeah,
Thank you,
say,
Matt.
condolences to Matt.
Hey, Miles Reedy. Oh,
Right.
crap. Mark's back on. Time to go. I love
Get
you,
him out of here.
Miles.
Get the cane.
I love you. That's
James
awesome.
Wassom says, can we see a close-up of the models?
Oh,
Yeah,
sure.
Oh,
Absolutely.
we throw him under that, right?
No, actually, let me...
Yep, we will bring those right up.
Everyone wants to see the painting.
Yeah, we'll work on getting some better...
Oh no, we're moving them in real time.
Yeah, hold on.
Everyone, get your nausea pills.
But yeah, thanks everyone for joining us for our inaugural stream. It's been great having a bunch of people here. I honestly did not expect that we'd get anywhere near this many
yeah,
people. This has
absolutely.
been awesome to have you guys join us.
Absolutely.
All right, and Mark is just setting up a camera now where we will get you some model porn.
Hopefully you enjoyed my classic World War I trench assault experience.
Yes.
Getting shot to pieces.
Yeah, very similar to many trench assaults of the day.
That's right. That's right.
Give me 1 second out there. We're going to just change lenses.
I was definitely nervous when you managed to knock out the German machine gun fairly early, and I thought we'd have just a big American assault hit us, and then I just got lucky with the tanks, is what it comes down to.
Definitely helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if the tanks were shooting 1 or 2 more turns, we had maybe 1 or 2 more guys down.
Or if you had one
different.
less dead tank, you would have passed that morale check. And I'm in
True.
big
That's
trouble.
true. The jack. Always true.
Go ahead and pull one more card and see if my one guy here would have stood up. No, he would be
he's
dead.
dead.
So I would have been
How about
holding-
mine?
I'd be holding this trench with 3 guys and the commander left.
And I had 4 down. 1 alive, 1 dead, 1 dead. So 2 and 2.
Okay.
Not great, not bad.
You would have 2. If you would have had 2 guys stand up in a tank still, so you'd be looking at like 7s, 8s. So still,
2,
teetering
3, 4,
on
5,
the
6,
edge.
7.
but
Yeah,
not-
I just need to get
oh,
an 8.
yeah, teetering with
3
the-
shots at an 8's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not forever, but
Yeah. It was a good game.
good
Go
game.
back-
Well played.
Go back there.
Hey, we have Carl joining us. Hey, Carl.
Welcome.
Good to see you.
Carl.
Carl rates us a 3 out of 10 for
Careless.
not enough Carl. Fair.
Very fair. Very fair.
Well, drive down here and we'll put you on the live stream, Carl.
We need our grudge match.
Hit number 6?
Yeah, hit number 6. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. There's some details of the figures.
Yep. Why don't
Those are
we?
the Americans.
Let's pass in some tanks
Yeah,
and a machine gunner.
some tanks over here, and the machine gun team's pretty awesome.
Them up.
Here's the tanks.
German commander.
Love that model.
Yeah, there's a German commander.
And we got Patton right there with his pistol in the air.
Oh, there's the machine gun.
Yeah, bring Patton out.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So there you go. They're really nice figures and easy to paint. Matt, have you painted these?
I painted about 10 of the Germans, and they're definitely a joy. They're enough clean detail that you can paint like
that's
shoulder
good.
boards if you want to, Eisenkreuz, stuff like
Gorgeous.
that.
Yeah.
And they're I would say they're not heroic scale. They're like relatively realistic scale models.
They look awesome. Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
well,
Mark is a really excellent and fast painter.
That's true.
He's a
all right, guys,
monster.
well, I think we're good.
All right, guys, thank you all for joining us for the inaugural thing. This is Mark's Game Room. We're going to be signing off. Any last words you want to say, Mark?
Well, thanks for joining us. We really, really appreciate it. We always
camera.
meet. It's that camera there. Oh, hey, can you switch to camera 2?
There's a delay on this, too.
Oh, okay.
You're on 2.
Okay, great.
nice.
Sorry up there.
What am I
It's
doing?
our
It's our first time.
Right. Well, anyways, thanks for joining us. We always meet kind of on Thursday nights. We thought we'd kind of open it up. Austin's not here. He's usually with us. Maybe a couple other people. But thanks for joining us. Let us know what you want to play. We heard Test to Resolve. I think it was James. You played my games at the convention. Super fun. We can definitely do Test to Resolve. That's a good kind of game that plays on camera.
Let us know if you want to get more involved in the game.
Oh,
We
yeah.
might be able to figure out a way to have you have an interaction with the game as we're playing it.
Yep.
Yeah, we could probably do that. Like, have people vote or what you want to do, especially something simple like this, which is really fun.
Yes.
Anyways.
We do have one last question from Mike.
Yeah.
When are we going to see those Japanese figures on the table, Matt?
When are we going to do it, Mark?
So Matt has painted the most gorgeous set of 7 samurai. He painted all the figures from the
1-to-1 scale, every single person in the film.
Right. And
Well,
it's-
except some of the non-combatant peasants. So almost everyone in the film.
It's really good. And
Well, we were thinking of doing that for the Patreon, right? It was going to be
Right.
like a Patreon campaign almost.
yeah, hey Charlie, come on down. We were thinking of doing a 7 Samurai campaign for Patreon. And the games would be live like this, but you could vote on how to attack the village. And also, if you're a Patreon member, we can assign you a peasant.
Yes,
and you can
you can be a
follow
peasant.
him through the
Or
battle.
a bandit if you want.
Good.
We got like 100 and some people total.
That's right. So
Yeah.
you'll get to participate and probably die at some point.
Yeah,
That's
Charlie's here. Charlie loves this game, don't you, Charlie? Yeah, him and Miles. If you remember, young Miles from the Wars of the Roses
No,
video.
he's
That
older
was
than me.
well, he's 12. He's younger than me.
You're both
There's Little
Miles.
Wars Miles too.
Yeah, he not older Little Wars Miles, younger younger Miles. Anyways, they played this and they loved it, so it's really great. And thank you everyone, and we'll see you next month.
Yep.
Thank you
Take
for
care.
joining.
Take care.
Good game.
Good game, well played.